Entry 971 was 8th. 972 stood 5th in the class. Entry 974 was 2nd, Culp Terra TA Showgirl ET, exhibited by Radical Genetics, Lindsay Rux of Okeechobee, Florida. And entry 975 was 9th. These individuals split a purse of $2,350. Congratulations again to our 2011 World Dairy Expo International Futurity. At this time, the class entering the ring are the junior 3-year-old cows. First place award in this class will be presented by Jody Swiss, the Copini family of Tillamook, Oregon. The Bred and Owned Award will be presented by Minnesota Brown Swiss Association. The Production Award presented by Swiss Valley Farms of Davenport, Iowa, and Best Udder Rosette presented by the Cattle Connection of Amer, Wisconsin. Our Junior Award will be presented by the Brown Swiss Enterprises of Beloit, Wisconsin. Our judges have completed their placings in the junior 3-year-old cow class. We'd like to congratulate our winning junior entry. She is entry 993, Sun-Made GB ZZS Vitality ET, exhibited by Olivia Brandenburg of Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Third place in the class, and the winner of the Production Award, with a record of, at 2 years of 305 days, 18,802 pounds of milk with a 4.1% test, 775 pounds of fat, 3.4% protein, and 633 pounds of protein, is entry 989, VB Hill Point Diablo Ruby ET, exhibited by Vagley Farms Incorporated and Hill Point Partners of Monticello, Wisconsin. Second place in the class, and also the Bred and Owned and Best Udder in the class, is entry 984, Random Luck V Precious, exhibited by Rick Thompson, Dan and Angie Reeder, and Brian Vagley of Darlington, Wisconsin. And your winning entry is entry 991, Grass Haven Chip Gucci ET, exhibited by John Sagaria, Ray and Diane Sagaria of Petaluma, California. Congratulations. And now your comments, Judge Lammers.
In our junior 3-year-old class, quite a handy winner for me today, a cow that you just love the framework to. She's long, she's tall, and that's what gives her the advantage over our cow in second. She's taller at the point of the withers. She's much longer from end to end. I also prefer the way she handles herself in the feet. She's a stronger pasturing cow. She shows me a little more depth of heel today than the really balanced cow here in second. We did make the second cow best udder. When you get behind her, she's a little higher at the top of the rear udder, a little longer in that fore udder attachment, but just not quite enough frame for me to get her into that top spot today. But I'm giving her the advantage down through the feet and legs and that bone quality today, especially down through that hock. She's a flatter bone cow in the leg. She is as well as a little stronger in the pasturings than the big framey cow here in third. Third cow, you love the framework too. She's tall, she's long, she's straight. I'd just like to see her handle herself a little more correctly on those rear feet and legs for a young cow to get her any higher in the class. But she has the advantage in her mammary system over our cow in fourth. When you get behind her, she's got more width the rear udder. She's more balanced from fore to rear quarters today than the young July heifer here coming out in fourth. Fourth place cow, just as I said, a July heifer, just a much snugger in her attachments, particularly that fore udder. I prefer the way that blends into the body wall over the big cow here in fifth. In addition, she shows me a little more definition of seam in those rear quarters today than our framey cow in fifth. Fifth over six, just on that framework. She's a taller, more upstanding individual. She shows me more width all the way through than the really dairy young cow coming out in sixth. Sixth place cow, just a really immature cow. You love the snugness of mammary system, giving her that advantage in her teat size and shape today over our cow in seventh. Also a little sharper, more angular all the way through than the seventh place cow. Seventh place cow, just recently fresh, a couple weeks. You love the height and width, the rear udder that she has. Just like to change her in that teat size and shape to compete with those top 6 cows in the class.